Hello, my name is Christine and I run a vintage shop on Etsy. Today I wanted to talk about Wilton, what I think of as colonial wear products. These items were debuted in the 1970s and they were timed to coincide with the bicentennial celebration in the US. So, right around 1776. I think they came out a little bit earlier, but pretty much that time frame. And they were styled to look like colonial dishes. So you can see here that they have this sort of um, brushed metal look to them. They have pretty simple styling, um, really not super decorative in that way. And I don't know if you can tell, but pretty much if you look at each piece, they're fairly thick, sturdy metal, pretty heavy, and quite durable. They're made out of a proprietary metal that Wilton came up with called Armetale, which is basically aluminum, but aluminum, I'm sure everyone is familiar with aluminum cans. They can be pretty soft, so there's a different metal added to it to make it harder so that it won't, bend or dent or anything. And for the most part, when I find them, they rarely have dents, but I'm just going to demo. You can see they're pretty hard. They make a variety of items, mostly, dining room or dining table stuff, serving trays, dinner dishes, that kind of thing. The thing that's the most interesting about them is what I would say is these three items on the right hand side. And that's more of their tavern slash barware stuff. These are the items that shoppers tend to be most interested in, and they also are the ones that have the most distinctive look to them. You can see this one right here looks like a cornucopia or a horn, and this one looks like a pretty classic stein shape, and this one just looks like what I think of as kind of a medieval simple goblet. And then you have the pitcher that could pretty much go with any of these three. They do make plates and bowls, and I put a couple up here just to show what they look like, but again, they're very simple. The thing I find interesting about these Wilton items is that they are styled properly enough that you could actually get away with using them on TV shows and in movies. And to be honest, I have actually seen them pop up from time to time in those types of shows where, they need kind of a colonial or medieval look. They're not period appropriate in any way, but, I'm sure if you're a set designer and you're having a hard time getting your hands on something that's actually that old, then this is a reasonable substitute, and your average viewer is certainly not going to pick up on it. The other thing I think is fun about them for buyers is that if you yourself wanted to have, let's say, a cosplay type scenario, you wanted to do a party, we sold a lot of these during the Game of Thrones seasons when people were, looking for fun ways to watch the shows and sort of bring a little bit of that into their own living room. So, stuff like these goblets and these steins sold pretty well during that time. And if that's a look that you think is fun and you want to try to incorporate into a party of some sort, this stuff is a great way to go. And as I said, it's very durable. I mean, I rarely see them with anything more than just a small little indent maybe on one side. And I truly do not know how you would even make that happen. You would have to clink the crap out of it in order to really make any kind of mark. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, something that gives a specific vibe, if you're into cosplay and you're looking for, or also I know Colonial reenactors also use this kind of stuff. But either way, they have a very distinctive look. They're a lot of fun. They're pretty darn durable. It would be very difficult to hurt them or for anyone else to hurt them. As I said, they're made by Wilton. They're referred to as Armetale, and I'll put some links in the description. But they're pretty easy to get your hands on, and know, some pieces are more valuable than others, but for the most part, they're fairly affordable. So, you know, if you want something a little different, this is a good direction to go.